Okay. Hey, the applause going. Nice. Here we are. Here we go. Bublik and Tommy Paul here, round 3. Tommy Paul walking out now. Hey, yo. How are we doing? Tommy Paul and Bublik getting ready right now. Let's see what's going on here. Here we go. Players are walking out on court at the moment. They got the lights dimmed and playing like this is like a rock concert out there. Tommy Paul and Bublik. I do not know if they have played before, so we're gonna check out some stats. All right. Tommy Paul and there we go. Bublik. They have played. They have played 3 times before, and Bublik has lost all 3 of them. So Tommy Paul is going to be feeling pretty good about coming into this one, most likely. You know, Tommy Paul has played him once before on a hard court in Miami, and he won that one in 3. He also played him at Wimbledon in 2024, won that in 3, and he played him in Rotterdam in 2021, and he won that one in 3. So there is a quick overview of their history. They are out here for the coin toss at the moment. All right, Tommy Paul has decided to receive. And I got to reset this. Bublik. '23 seed. 14. Here we go. Tommy Paul. Ready to roll. Here we go. Who are you here for? Are you here for Tommy Paul or Alexander Bublik? Let me know. EXP soundboard. EXP soundboard. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're downloading a soundboard here. We're getting a soundboard for this match. See if we can involve that. Right now, all I got is claps. Du, 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 du. Oh, if this download has to shut my computer down, we can't do it. Players are warming up at the moment. We are set to watch Tommy Paul and Alexander Bublik in round of 32. Thank you for checking out the stream. My name is Cody. The application requires a Java. I don't want to download Java right now. I can't download Java right now. Are you kidding me? All right. Gonna add some more sound effects. Oh, and they're starting. Bublik serves in the net. You already see it. You already saw the 30 love. So we'll just you can just pretend like you haven't seen it yet. Oh, it's 15 love. Did you know that? It's 15 love. 5 sets. We are going. Serve from Bublik. Oh, now it's 30 love. I bet you had no idea that it was 30 love. Forehand from Paul is no good. 40 love. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Game Bublik. Game Bublik. Tommy Paul getting some huge USA chants. Backhand from Tommy Paul. Another backhand from Bublik. Drop shot from Bublik. Paul runs, gets there, but hits it out. Good play, Bublik. 15. It is Tommy Paul serve. Ooh, we are at 15-all after a good serve from Paul. $30 for Paul. Forehand. All right, Paul gets through that game very smoothly. And I gave that point to Bublik. Nope. Paul. Bublik, serve. 1-all. Forehand or serve from Bublik. There's another shot from Bublik. That's good. 15 love. Bublik. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik. Another forehand from Bublik to the forehand corner of Paul, and that doesn't work for Paul. Serve to the backhand of Paul, to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul again to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Bublik goes long. Forehand from Bublik goes long. 15, Paul. Oh, 30, Bublik. Serve to the forehand of Tommy Paul. Backhand from Bublik. That's that nice little hopping backhand. This match already seems like it's got some good energy in it. Serve in the net. I do like Bublik in this match, considering how Tommy Paul played in his previous match. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul again. Bublik coming to the net. Bublik is so exciting. Bublik is so exciting to watch. Hey, thank you for checking out the channel. My name is Cody. If you're here checking out a third round match at the US Open, you are a tennis fan, my friend. And boom. You talk to them, you scare them away. Goodbye. Time. All right, Tommy Paul to serve. I could be locked in here for 5 sets. Oh, brother. I could be locked in here for 5 sets. What did I do? What did I do? Serve to the backhand of Paul. To the backhand of Bublik. They're both wearing the same color shirt. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. To the forehead of Paul. Forehead from Bublik. He tries to unload, and that's no good. 30. Serve to the forehand of Tommy Paul, forehand of Bublik. I gotta get used to these shirts. Serve to Bublik. Forehand from Bublik in the net. Paul, 2-all. Here we go. Two all. Fault. Double fault from Bublik. Serve to the forehead of Paul. Bublik tries to hit a drop shot. That doesn't work. 30. Serve is a big serve down the tee. Tommy Paul cannot handle it. Serve to the forehand of Paul. 30-all. Serve. Forehand of Tommy Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Tommy Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand. Oh, Tommy Paul tries to rip one down the line. That does not work. $40. Serve. Ace. Bublik. Wow. He got out of that. He got out of that love 40 real fast. Good on Bublik. All that black down. All right. Tommy Paul coming back out here to serve at 2-3. Serve. Ace from Paul. Serve. Fault. Serve. To the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Tommy Paul. Forehand from Bublik goes out. 30. Serve. Forehand from Bublik. 40 love. Bublik hits it in the net. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. That goes in the net as well. 3-all. Serve is a fault. Serve to the backhand of Paul, to the forehand of Bublik, in the net. The American fans are cheering Paul on a lot because we do not have very many Americans left. Serve to the forehand of Paul. No. 15-all. Serve. Forehand of Tommy Paul. Forehand from Bublik. Backhand from Tommy Paul is a lob. Bublik puts it away. 15 for Paul and 30 for Bublik. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Shank. We have not had like one rally. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik. Backhand drop shot. Paul gets up to it. And Bublik hits a passing shot. Hey, it was a good point. It's a good point. That was like 3 shots. We haven't had a rally over 3 shots. Crazy. Right now, they're just serving really well. See, Tommy Paul has won 100% of his serves, his first serves, and he's made 11 of them. So he's only lost 1 point on his serve so far. Bublik stats are not too far behind. Serve. 15 love. Again, Tommy Paul has won 12 out of 14 first serves that he's gotten in. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. And a backhand from Bublik goes out. 30. Serve. 40 love. Serve is a fault. Serve. The forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Bublik is just sick. Serve from Paul is a let. First serve to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. That goes out. Game. So these guys are neck and neck. They are sticking with each other right now. And we're going to see somebody's got to break at some point. Or we're going straight to a tie break. And if we don't get some consistent viewership here by the end of the set, I think I'm just going to shut this one down and work on adding some stuff to the stream instead. Serve. And we're going back and forth here. Backhand from Bublik. The forehand of Paul. Forehand of Paul is good for a winner. Yep, if we don't get some consistent viewership by the end of the set, we're going to shut her down. And I'm just going to add some stuff. Backhand from... Nice. This is actually going to be a crazy match. This is going to be a crazy match. This is going to be a crazy match right here. If these two start going head to head. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Paul hits it out. Hey, we got a viewer in here. What's going on, my friend? Welcome in. My name is Cody. Welcome to the channel. Glad you're here. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Volley from Bublik. Another volley from Bublik. 30 all. 30 all. Here we go. Backhand from Paul to when Bublik's up at the net. Finishes it with a volley. Very nice. Serve. Fault. Double fault. Bublik tries to hit a sneaky big second serve, but he misses. Serve. Fault. Bublik's serving well, though. Both of them are serving well. Serve to the forehand of Paul, to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul again to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik again. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. We're just going back and forth, back. Drop shot from Bublik. Paul is there. No, he's not. He doesn't get there in time. He almost twists his ankle, too. That was a great point. There we go. That was a great point. $40 all. Sorry. 40 all. Drop shot from Bublik again. Paul can't get there. Oh. You know what sound effect I want? I want a sound effect of Andy Murray yelling that I hate drop shots. I'm trying to think of sound effects that I'm going to include in the stream. Andy Murray, I hate drop shots. There was a clip, right? There was a where Andy Murray yelled, "I hate drop shots." I swear there's a scene and there's a clip of Andy Murray screaming about drop shots. Hey, we got some viewers in here. I may hang out. If y'all are here and y'all are watching, I will hang out. But if y'all are not here, I am going to leave and I'm going to work on the stream, add some things to it, and spend my night a little bit differently. But if nobody's here, no reason for me to stay. But we are at 5-4 Bublik. Serve. Out from Paul. Paul hits it out. And it is Paul's serve. If y'all are staying, great. I'm going to hang out. But there's also cool stuff I could add to the stream. 15-0. Serve is a fault. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Drop shot. Oh, no, not a drop shot, but it just turns into a drop shot. Oh, baby. Off the tape, it lands short. Tommy Paul gets himself a point here. Good for him. Serve from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. But it's a fault. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Lands out. 30-all. Serve in the net. Second serve to the forehand of Bublik, to the forehand of Tommy Paul, to the forehand of Bublik again. Backhand from Paul is good. Running for a drop shot. Oh, Bublik is so tricky. 40 for Paul. See, this is a athletic and energetic match right now, these two. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. That lands out. Tommy Paul gets the 5-all. Out from Paul. All right. Drop shot from Bublik. Bublik is his. Drop shot from Bublik is good. Tommy Paul gets up to it, but he can't hit it over the net. Bublik has to be so irritating to play right now. Serve in the net. Santoka. Yes. It is. This could be a long match. That's why I said if nobody's here watching it, then I'm gonna watch the match and work on the stream and add some cool stuff to it, like sound effects and some other things. But if you're here watching it, I will hang out and we can watch it together. Ace from Bublik. Because this could be a 5-setter. And Ace from Bublik again. 6, 5. So if y'all are locked in and y'all are ready, let's go. Somebody try to, if somebody can find the, I want to find the video of Andy Murray screaming that he hates drop shots. Or maybe I can do this.
I'll be able to decrease my unforced error. Well, congratulations. Everybody's laughing. I just want to hear. What did you say? No, sorry. Please be quiet. What did you say? Okay, thanks, buddy. No more drop shots, huh? I hate to say that, but you're absolutely right.
How did this get wiped from the internet? That clip from Andy Murray. Serve. Ace from Paul. Somehow Andy Murray got his hands on that clip and said, I don't want that on the internet. I do not want a clip of me screaming, I hate drop shots. Out from Paul. Sorry, from Bublik. Point Paul. Are y'all locked in for a 5-setter here? Are y'all ready? Serve. Oh my God. That ball bounced off the net post and almost nailed that ball kid in the face. That could have been bad. But it missed. 40 love. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. And that ends up in the net. Here we go. First set tiebreak. We knew where we were headed. First set tiebreak. Serve. Bublik. Ace. Serve. Tommypaul is a fault. Serve. Oh no, Paul. Oh God. That's not good. That's bad. Oh, shoot. No. So Bublik hit an ace. I gave him Paul the wrong point. Bublik hit an ace. That was the first point. And Tommy Paul double faulted. That's the second point to Bublik. And Tommy Paul just hit another fault. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand to Paul goes out. Oh, Bublik has a good lead in this tiebreak. And this could be all Bublik needs. Unless Bublik does something crazy and weird and dumb, which let's come on, let's not put that, he could. Serve. Fault. Serve to the forehand of Paul. To the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Bublik goes out. All right. It's 1 point recovered for Tommy. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Wow, Bublik gets up there so fast. Drop shot. Paul cannot make it. Santoka, Paul needs the first set more than Bublik. I would agree right now. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul goes wild. Bublik in charge at 5-1. I think the only reason that Paul needs the first set a little bit more is that, Paul had a 5-setter the other night. Paul doesn't have the serve advantage that Bublik has. Those are a couple of those are maybe the two main reasons why this first set would be more important for Tommy Paul than for Bublik. But this set is squarely in the hands of Bublik at the moment. Serve in the net. Second serve to the forehand of Bublik, to the forehand of Tommy. Backhand from Bublik in the net. Crowd trying to cheer Bublik on, Tommy Paul on. They're definitely not going to be cheering for Bublik. Serve is a fault. Serve. Double fault. That helps. That helps a lot. Serve. Fault. Second serve to the backhand of Tommy Paul in the net. All right, Bublik has his grips firmly on this set. Serve. Fault from Tommy. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Oh, Bublik. What the heck was that? Bublik looked like he was just trying to hit just a crazy winner. It was like not going to happen. Serve in the net. Second serve to the forehand of Bublik, to the forehand of Tommy Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik goes out. All right. Bublik with 1 point to try to take this set. Serve in the net. Well, this crowd will erupt if Bublik loses this point. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. On the line. On the line from Bublik. Or sorry, Tommy Paul. That is on the line from Tommy Paul. We are at 6-all. Tommy Paul was down 5-2 at one point. And now he's just sitting there wondering to himself, what the hell?
Tommy Ball back from the trip off court to regroup after a 42-minute opening set went the other direction.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. No. That ball from Tommy Paul did not go in. Oh, I got so distracted there. What? I was sitting here like, I'm spaced out. That's why. That ball did not go in from Tommy Paul. I'm tripping. It's ridiculous. I'm crazy. We are in a second set already. I'm losing my mind. I was so hyped up for Tommy Paul that I. I was so hyped up for that point. Then I started started Googling something. I got distracted. That's forehand from Bublik. Paul tries his own drop shot. That doesn't work. Serve. Forehand from Tommy Paul. Forehand from Bublik lands in. 30 all. But we do have a viewer. You is that Santoka? You've been hanging out, so I'm gonna stick around for you. Felix up 2-1. Wow, that's actually crazy. Serve ace from Paul. Serve fault. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Another backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. He's going to take that up the line, but he's going to miss. Deuce. Serve is a fault. Serve to the forehand of Bublik, to the backhand of Paul. Bublik on the run. Can't get there. Advantage, Paul. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Goes out. Can't believe I messed up the end of that set. I keep looking for this I keep looking for that video of Murray yelling that he hates drop shots, and then I got distracted and I stopped watching. So, my bad, Santoka. If you were watching and got confused on the score, that is on me. And I do need to get better about that because I mess up on the score quite a bit. Backhand from Paul on a return, and a backhand from Bublik coming in. It is nice. Nicely done. 30. Serve to the backhand of Tommy Paul, to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul again to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Drop shot. Paul's there for this one. He's getting angry at those drop shots right now. $40. All good. Thank you, Santoka. Thank you. Serve. Ace. I'm trying to think of some moments in tennis that are, that are funny or memorable, something like that, so that I can make sound clips for them and put them in the stream. Like, I'm going to get one of Baghdadis when Baghdadis was smashed like 5 rackets in a row. Serve. In the net. Serve. To the forehand of Paul. Bublik ends up hitting a backhand in the net. Serve is a fault. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul off the tape. Lands on his side. 15-all. Santoka, who do you want to win? Are you rooting for Bublik or Tommy Paul? Serve to the backhand of Bublik. To the forehand of Paul. Paul puts that away. Serve is a fault. Second serve to the forehand of Bublik in the net. Serve to the forehand of Bublik in the net. All right. 2-1. Bublik is up a set. I will be right back. Hey, yo. Probably Bublik, nothing against Paul, just like Bublik's approach to tennis and life. Yeah. Bublik's just fun, you know? Bublik is just fun. I agree. But I'm, American, I'm rooting for Tommy Paul here. Fault. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Serve is a fault. Second serve to the backhand of Paul. To the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. Drop shot from Bublik. Yes, Santoka. Bublik is 100% a wild card. 30-15. Serve to the forehand of Paul. The forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Off the tape. It lands good for him. Paul gets up to it and is able to hit a winner.
Lucky there for Bublik, lucky for Tommy Paul. Set up nicely, and he gets himself back involved here. 30 all. Slight preference on the wide serves and the deuce so far tonight for Bublik.
Serve to the backhand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik in the net. 40. Tommy Paul with a break point. Forehand from Tommy Paul. Then a backhand. Backhand from Bublik. Drop shot. Paul gets up to it. He tries to get around Bublik. Bublik is irritating with that drop shot right now. And and he can see it on the face of Tommy Paul. Tommy Paul is almost red when he's walking away from those drop shots. Serve. Fault. Serve. Advantage. Bublik. He went for the big second serve. Bublik is like Nick Kyrgios if Nick Kyrgios had a good attitude. You know? Serve. Ace. Bublik. Yeah, that's the way I think of Bublik. Bublik is like Nick Kyrgios if Nick Kyrgios had a good attitude. And was likable. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. That hits the net and lands on Paul's side. Or no, lands on Bublik's side. You mostly just like to watch a great tennis match? Yeah, me too. Me too. That is why I'm here. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul. Lands on the back of the line. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. No, I thought he was going to hit a drop shot. Backhand from Paul. Slice backhand from Bublik. Slice back and forth until Paul goes up the line. Bublik stretches. Can't get it. Yeah. Serve to the forehand of Bublik, to the backhand of Paul. Slice backhand for Bublik. He comes up to the net. Paul is able to dip the ball at his feet and get a passing shot. That's a very good shot. That's very nice. Serve is a fault. Serve the backhand of Bublik in the net. Tommy Paul up 3-2 here. But Bublik serving well. They're almost even for the match. Hey, thank you for the like on the video. There you go. Get some claps in there for you. We'll start getting some positive reinforcement in here. This it's the only noise I have. It's the only sound effect I have at the moment. We're going to get some more. If somebody can find the video of Andy Murray yelling, "I hate drop shots," send it to me on Twitter. My Twitter is in the description on my channel. And because you can't send links in the chat, but if you find the video of Andy Murray yelling, "I hate drop shots," I want that video. Send it to me in a direct message on X. That would be awesome. I'm glad that that Kyrgios was not at this tournament. Like, can we all just be grateful for a minute or two that thank God we did not have to deal with Nick Kyrgios. He's such a buzzkill. Like, no one wanted Nick Kyrgios back in the scene. Backhand drop shot from Bublik. Paul gets up to it, and Bublik ends up hitting the ball out. Tommy Paul. No, wait, what? What happened? How did Bublik get that point? Was it a double bounce? What the heck? It must have been a double bounce. Serve. Out from Paul on the return. So that shot must have been a double bounce. Forehand from Bublik. Return goes out. 40 love. Bublik is serving well, and that's just danger for Paul. 3-all. 3-all. Serve. Is a fault. To the backhand of Bublik. To the backhand of Paul, who can't get it over the net. Serve. Fault. Serve. To the backhand of Bublik. In the net again. Yep, in the net from Bublik. Serve from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Goes out. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. To the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Tommy Paul, or a backhand from Bublik. Slice drop shot from Paul is too deep. It's not good enough. Or very good at all, really. 30-all. Hey guys, by the way, it is Andy Roddick's birthday. Happy birthday, Andy Roddick. Serve to the backhand of Bublik to the forehand of Paul. That lands on a line. Drop shot from Paul in the net. Tommy Paul is trying to play Bublik's game, and it's not working. He's trying to play into the wildness of Bublik, and he's just not that kind of player. Serve is a let. Serve. Ace. Advantage. Paul. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Good. Paul. 4-3. Can he get a break, though? Probably not. Probably not. We may be headed for another tiebreaker. Because Paul is serving very well. He's winning 86% of his first serves and 59%. Like, their statistics are almost equal. I'm checking my Twitter to see if somebody found the clip. Let's see. Did somebody find it? No. Nobody found it. Andy Roddick has got to have some good clips out there that we could include. Serve from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik in the net. Serve. Paul cannot return it. Forehand from Paul on the return goes wide. Oof. Fault. Serve. Double fault. I think I'll just have to watch a ton of some tennis rage compilations to be able to find that clip. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Drop shot from Bublik. Double bounce. Oh, Tommy Paul, his face is like red angry because of these drop shots. We may be able to get a clip tonight. I mean, he's sliding after these drop shots, and then he just turns his back immediately because he does not want Bublik to see that he is frustrated. Winner return from Tommy Paul. Serve. Fault. Second serve. To the backhand of Paul. To the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul again to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. That lands barely on the line. And Bublik ends up hitting it out. Tommy Paul with his first opportunity to break. In this set, at least. Serve. Fault. This could be massive for Paul. This could be exactly what he needs. It is exactly what he needs. Serve. Bublik comes up to the net. Puts the ball away. That was aggressive. Man, Bublik got up there so fast. Serve. To the forehand of Paul. Drop shot from Bublik. Oh my God. Serve. Too good. Bublik holds. It's just too good. Nothing to do. Serve. To the backhand of Bublik. To the forehand of Tommy. Backhand from Tommy Paul. To the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Tommy Paul. Up the line. Bublik's there, though. He gets it. He gets another one. Backhand from Paul. To the backhand of Bublik. Tries to send it up the line. That doesn't work. This crowd is very excited. This crowd is loving this right now. They are getting some pretty high-quality tennis right now. This is good. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Volley from Paul. Serve and volley. 30 love. Serve in the net. Serve. Double fault. Oh, look. Right when Tommy Paul doesn't need to, he's able to hit a perfect drop shot. All right. This is a big game for Paul. Got to continue to hold. Serve. Fault. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul in the net. There is a small, not a small, there is a possibility that Tommy Paul may have tweaked his ankle or something when he was running after one of those drop shots. Because there's been like 10. Backhand from Bublik goes out. Probably been more than, honestly, there's probably more than 10 drop shots that Bublik hit. And Paul, he's been running after him, but they've just been good. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Tommy. Backhand from Bublik again to the backhand of Tommy. Backhand from Bublik. Slice. Forehand from Tommy. Another forehand from Tommy. Inside out. Forehand. Winner. Good. All right. Tommy Paul back on top. Continues to hold. He's doing what he needs to do. He's just playing a wild man, you know? Doing everything that he can. OJ Aliassim is about to beat Alexander Zverev? That's crazy. Where? $30. This would be wild. Sorry if that is ahead. I'm not gonna look at it right now because that could be ahead of your video there, Santoka. I don't wanna ruin anything for you. Serve is a fault. Second serve to the backhand of Tommy Paul. Backhand for Tommy Paul goes out. Serve is a let. Serve. Fault. Backhand from Bublik is a winner. 30. So Bublik is playing with a Babolat racket, but it's blacked out. So we don't know which one it is. Serve. It may be a pure strike. $15 for Bublik or Paul. It looks like the frame of the racket looks like it could be a pure strike because it doesn't look like a definitely doesn't look like an Aero Pro. And it's not, the frame is not thick enough to be a pure drive. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. That's a winner from Bublik. It's crazy. I think it's got to be a pure strike that Bublik is playing with. Game Bublik. 5-0. Oh, he's playing with it. He is playing with a with an Aero Pro. Forehand from Paul is enough to get the job done. What happened over here? Did is this match over? Nope. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Then to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. And that goes long from Tommy Paul. 15-0. I can't tell by the shape of that, though. I guess if we were looking closer. Serve to the forehand of Bublik, and that's a point to Paul because no return. Serve is a fault. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik again to the forehand of Paul in the net. 30-all. Serve in the net. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Goes out. $40. Fault. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. To the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik. Lands out. Oh, that looked like it was going to be in. This is a good set. This is just a good match. Because we are getting points. It's not just serving. We are getting some points. Is this Santoka? Is this match over there? Oh, Oje Aliassime, baby. Wow. Look at him. Good for Oje Aliassime. He's grinding right now. Wow. Good for him. What happened? Jeez. 50 winners to 35 errors. In 4 sets, huh? Wow. Good for FAA. Good for FAA. Bublik, 15 love. Serve. In the net. Second serve. To the backhand of Paul. Drop shot from Bublik. Too good. Tommy Paul starts to run and stops. There's so much side spin on that drop shot, too. 40 love. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Paul goes long. And we are going to another tiebreak. We are going to another tiebreak. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Well, this is a better start for Paul, other than a double fault. That's how he started the last one. Serve in the net. Or let, rather. Serve. Fault. Serve. The forehand of Tommy to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Tommy again. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Tommy. Forehand from Tommy in the forehand backhand corner. And he knows Tommy's trying to open up the court. Doing very well. Hit the net. Ball. No. Forehand from Bublik is good. Tommy Paul gets it back. And it lands in. Oh. That point was insane. That was crazy. Please show me a replay. Bublik, forehand, hits the net. Tommy Paul gets up to it. Bublik hits the ball. Hits a wide shot. And Tommy Paul just flicks it. And Bublik is coming in. And Bublik's like 6'5". And the ball just happens to go find a corner in the back of the court. 2-0, Tommy Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul again. Drop shot from Bublik. That one's not good enough. Bublik. Tommy Paul. He gets up to the drop shot. Bublik tries to go down the forehand line of Tommy Paul, and Paul is there for a volley. Let's go. Bublik up to the same old tricks, but Tommy Paul is up to the test right now, and he's up a double break. A double mini break. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. And then Tommy Paul hits that forehand out. Oh my gosh, that ball did not even look like it was about to go over from Bublik. But it does. Serve. To the backhand of Bublik. To the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik. To the backhand of Paul. That's good. That's a big shot. Bublik hits the ball so hard. He can, that is. Serve from Bublik is a fault. Serve to the backhand of Paul, to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul is in. Bublik slips. He's still playing. Lob from Tommy. Bublik gets it, but barely. Bublik still gets the ball. It is a winner, and we are at 3-all. What a crazy point. There's been 2 crazy points in this tie break. Because this is Tommy Paul needs this set. Like, this is not a option. Tommy Paul needs this set. Come on. Let's go, Tommy. Let's go. Return coming from Paul. Serve. In the net from Bublik. Serve. In the net from Bublik. Double fault. That was huge. That was huge. That was my phone telling me it's time to go to bed. Serve is a fault from Tommy. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. That's in a quarter. That's good. Paul hits it wide. 4-all. 4-all. Ooh. Hey, whoever's hanging out here watching, y'all are troopers. Serve. Y'all are real tennis fans. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. Lands on the back of the line. Slice from Paul. Bublik with a backhand in the net. Get his ass, Tommy. Yes, sir. Get his ass. Seven-minute tiebreak. Serve. Fault. Serve. Let. Serve. To the forehand of Tommy. To the backhand of Bublik. Goes long, baby. Bublik's got another serve, though. Bublik's got another serve. Serve to the forehand of Tommy. To the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Tommy. Drop shot. Bublik is not good enough. Tommy's there. Lob. Overhead. Put away. That's going to be the set for Tommy Paul. There we go. And this set, this tie break I'm watching, I'm paying attention on this one. I'm not messing this one up. Tommy Paul gets a set. And Tommy Paul is going to open up to serve the third set.
Protect the ones you love with Pacific Life's trusted financial solutions. Talk to a financial professional about life insurance and retirement income with Pacific Life.
Ghost, is that you there? I'll show y'all something. I need like some decorations or something behind me. And this is what I want to do. I'm gonna add the Texas Tennis Guy logo back here. Let's see. Match, profile pic. Boom. I'm going to add, I want to get the image of Texas, like cut out like that, with Texas Tennis Guy in it, in like a neon sign behind me. That'd be sick. That'd be so cool. Because I like doing this, and I'm going to continue doing this, and the stream is only going to get better as I learn more about all the stuff. I have a case, not a case, but like not the console, but the box for a PC. The box for a PC, and I'm going to build a PC. As soon as when I get to 500 subscribers, I'm going to buy the parts for the PC, and I'm going to build that so that I can run more stuff in the stream. Because right now I'm running it on a laptop, and as soon as I hit any button, my CPU jumps up to like 60%. And it's not enough to run everything on the stream that I would like to run. But actually, Bublik is serving. So those are a few of the things that are on the way, but we need to get to 500 subscribers first, which is actually far as fuck. But whatever. Serve in the net. Second serve. The forehand of Bublik. Drop shot from Bublik. Oh, Paul gets up there, but he's a little panicked as he gets up to it. So we're far as hell actually from 500 subscribers, but game goes to Bublik. But once like we just need a couple of big like high profile matches that people are flooding in here for and going crazy, and I'm just yelling out subscribe all day. Subscribe. You know, we need a 5-setter, 5-hour final between Yannick Sinner and Struff. That's what we need. Between Yannick Sinner and a freaking like a qualifier in the final. That would bring people in. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Or Bublik. Why not put Bublik in the final? Bublik versus Sinner in the final? Or Alcaraz or whoever? Because if it's Djokovic, if it was like, even if it was Djokovic, nobody's going to watch that final. Nobody's really going to watch that final. Maybe, actually, I don't know. Probably not, but probably not like a YouTube crowd would watch that final. People are bored of Djokovic. You know, he doesn't have a great fan base, at least in the U.S. Backhand from Bublik. Drop shot from Tommy Paul. He says, how you like that? How do you like that, Bublik? Take some of that. Take some of that shit. It sucks, doesn't it? I'm not bored of Djokovic. I loved watching him yesterday. Djokovic was amazing yesterday. Serve was crazy. Tommy Paul with a forehand in the net. Djokovic he served 18 aces yesterday, tied, or I think it was tied for the most aces he's ever served at a U.S. Open match. You know? Wait. We're at 1-1. $30 for Bublik. Oh, nice return from Tommy Paul on the stretch forehand. Hits it up the line, lands right in a corner. Right in the baseline corner. Forehand from Paul. Lands out. He almost did it again. Serve. Fault. Serve. Double fault. Double fault. 30. Serve to the backhand of Paul, to the backhand of Bublik. Bublik hits it out. Deuce. Ace. Bublik. Bublik has not been broken in the whole tournament. In the whole 2 matches that he played, has not been broken. Game, Bublik. What a match so far. Very good match. Very nice match. Tomorrow could be a big stream with Djokovic and Struff at 6. Serve. Backhand. It's a fault. Serve. To the forehand of Bublik. To the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik again to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Paul goes out. Ghost, I'm glad that you like Tommy Paul because I really like Tommy Paul too. Has he made it to the top 10? Serve. Is it fault? Has he made it to the top 10? This is a good question. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul again to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik again. Backhand from Bublik. Goes wide. 15 all. Tommy Paul. Yeah. Yeah, his career high is number 8 in the world. That's what I thought. I thought he made it at least like to like the high top 10s, like 8 to 10. Thought he was somewhere in there at some point. Bublik hits a serve out. This is not Bublik's serve. Paul serves. A fault. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. That's a nice shot from Paul. It's a deep shot. Serve in the net. Serve. The for the forehand of Bublik. That was Bublik almost hit that return. He did hit that return around the net post. Bublik hit that return around the net post. Oh my gosh, it's sick. Serve. Fault from Paul. Deuce. We're going to deuce. For all this and for, 2 tiebreak sets and everything, Tommy Paul has not faced a break point. Like, Tommy Paul is playing really good. He's just facing a guy with a monster serve that is difficult to break. Serve, fault, and Bublik's playing really well. Like, Bublik, when he's playing really well, is just, he's good. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul again. Forehand from Bublik off the tape, and it bounces out. Paul, okay. Paul still has not faced a break point in the match. See, so Bublik's stats are here on the left, because I know that some of y'all are watching. Y'all been hanging out for a while. I don't want you to be confused here. Bublik's stats. Paul misses a volley at the net. Bublik's stats are in blue. Bublik. All right. And Tommy Paul is in the red. Tommy Paul is angry about all the drop shots that he's having to chase down, which actually we haven't seen one in a while. Unless that was just one that I missed. Slice from, little slice squash shot from Bublik lands on the back line. So, Bublik's got 37 winners to Tommy Paul's 25 winners. We'll take a look at some stats a little bit later. Paul hits a return to the net. Because Tommy Paul is actually playing really well. Serve. Ace. Bublik. All right. 11 aces. I think that just went up to 12 for Bublik. Tommy Paul, his first serve percentage has dipped a little bit, but he's winning 84% of his first serves. I mean, that's very good, right? I mean, that's right in line with Bublik, who's serving massive. And they're both winning high percentage of their second serves as well. 94 and 91 points each. Bublik just a little bit ahead there. And oh no. Tommy Paul has a trainer out. Or an official, somebody. Tommy Paul has somebody out on the court. Not a whole lot of explanation as to why. Arthur. Welcome, Arthur. OJ Aliassim. Yeah, OJ Aliassim upset Zverev. Crazy. Oh, actually, man, Tommy Paul is actually headed off court right now. Tommy Paul is headed off court for a medical timeout. He's pointing to his abs, his stomach. And that was the the issue that he had at the French Open that has kept him down for a couple months. This, man, this would be awful. Arthur Tran. Yes, yeah. That'll be, well, it'll be a good matchup for Rublev mostly, because Auger-Aliassime, I mean, despite Auger-Aliassime obviously playing well today, I didn't watch the match. It looked like Auger-Aliassime played really well today. He hasn't been playing great. So if I was Rublev, I'd much rather be playing Auger-Aliassime than Zverev. In my opinion. Hey, if somebody's hanging out here and you've been hanging out here for a little while and you're not subscribed, come on. What you doing, man? Subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 500 so that I build a PC and we can run this stream. We can run some more stuff on this stream. Yeah, Tommy Paul is about a minute and a half into a medical timeout off court. He took some pain medication, and this would be... He's going to play. He's going to try to play. But this would be a... This would be a terrible retirement if Tommy Paul had to retire. But it doesn't seem like it's that bad and that's going to happen at the moment, at least. This is such a fun matchup. Tommy Paul, who's definitely a little more clinical. He's very, Tommy Paul is very straightforward. Good ground strokes, good serve, consistent. And Bublik, who just got no idea what he's going to do. Tommy Paul should be headed back out on the court very shortly from the timeout. His medical timeout is running out at the moment. So here he comes. Let's see what kind of look he has on his face. He's hanging his head at the moment. Here he is. He is hanging his head, though. Hey, if you're hanging out here and you haven't given a like to the video, please do give a like to the video. Lets me know that I'm doing a good job. And yeah, that's about it. All right. Tommy Paul walking back on the court. I will pay attention to his movement and how he looks. Serve from Paul in the net. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Big forehand from Paul. Another forehand. And then, just Pounding those foreheads right now. Backhand from Paul. Backhand from Bublik. Approach shot. Volley from Bublik. Goes out. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Another backhand to Bublik. That goes out from Bublik. 30. And Bublik can't get distracted here either. Serve. 103. 98-mile-an-hour serve on the first serve. Interesting. That's slow. Well, let's watch that. Because it could be when he stretches for the serve. That was 119, so that's not slow. Serve. To the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul. Backhand from Bublik again. To the forehand of Paul. Drop shot from Bublik. Hits the tape. And lands on his side. Serve. To the forehand of Bublik. The backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik in the net. All right, Paul is very much in this. But is he physically able? Is he physically there? Would his abdominal muscles be hurting if he broke Bublik here? This is a good question. Three all. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Paul again to the backhand of Bublik. Bublik hits it out. Serve is a fault. Serve to the forehand of Paul, to the backhand of Paul, backhand from Bublik, to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik again, goes out. And Tommy Paul has a little window, but Bublik can shut the door pretty fast if he wants. Serve to the backhand of Paul in the net. Serve. Fault. Second serve. The forehand of Paul. Oh, that goes out. Dirty all. Serve. Fault. Serve. In the net. Double fault. There's the window. Here's a window for Paul. Right now. Right now. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Drop shot from Bublik. Paul gets there. Hits it in the net. Serve. Fault. Serve. Drop shot from Bublik. Paul gets up to it. Puts it in a corner. Lob from Bublik. Goes long. Another break point for Tommy Paul. What's going on, Max? You are dropping into a great match at the moment. This is going crazy. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik. Winner. Come on. Serve to the forehand of Paul. That does not go over. Advantage. Bublik. Serve from Bublik. To the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Bublik hits it in the net. We're going back to deuce. This game is big. Serve. Ace. Bublik. Nasty. Serve. Fault. Serve. The forehand of Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul. Slice. Nice backhand. Another backhand. Slice backhand from Paul. Another backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik, who hits it down the line, but it's wide. Deuce. So much is riding on this point right here. We're riding on this game. 5-minute game so far. Serve. Ace. Oh, boy. Advantage. Bublik. Serve. The forehand of Paul. The forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. Goes out. Bublik holds. Good job, Bublik. Good job, Bublik. Just too tough. It's too tough. Ugh. Man. Bublik is on today. This match could go 5 sets. Now, with Paul's being a little physically compromised, that definitely hurts the chances of it going 5 sets. But I don't know how bad it is. It's kept Tommy Paul out of tournaments. Serve. In the net. Second serve to the backhand. Serve to the forehand. Elusive. It's over. It's over. Ace from Paul. It was a great game. Serve is a fault from Tommy Paul. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. To the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Tommy. He kind of fell a little bit there. I don't know what. Yes. Elusive. Yes, Bublik service game finished. Is Tommy Paul's serve. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. Lands in. Oh, that is sick. That was sick. Tommy Paul is gasping. He does look like he is on the ropes. Did it go in or out? Oh, it went out. It didn't go in. Oh, no. And Bublik has an opportunity to break. These are the first break points Bublik has had. Forehand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik goes out. One break point saved. Oh, elusive. Are you talking about the whole match? Like the match? The match is still happening. I thought you were talking about Bublik's service game. Good serve from Paul to the forehand of Paul. Nicely done. Put away. Tommy Paul defends those break points. No, we're still in the match. We are locked in. Backhand from... Nope. Fault. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Oh, my God. Tommy Paul hits a forehand volley out. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Serve to the forehand of Paul, to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Bublik in the net. How long till it ends? 3 out of 5 sets. There's no time limit. Serve. Fault. Serve to the backhand of Paul, to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul again. Bublik hits a lob. It's in. Paul puts it away. Oh, Tommy Paul is pushing hard. The fault from Bublik. Serve is a let. Oh no, and the stream is... Oh God. The stream is messing up. This is such an important... This is such an important moment. 30 all. Bublik won that point. Serve. This game's probably over by now. The stream, the ESPN stream, is having issues. I need a boo button. What happened? What happened up here? Bublik won. Oh, brother. Bublik won the set. Good for Bublik. Good for Bublik. But we still got more to play. But that could be a giant nail in the coffin for Tommy Paul. All right, we're back. We're back. No, oh yeah, no, the whole stream is down at the moment. Dang, the whole stream is down. It's not my TV or my internet, it's ESPN. Backup. I got backups. Backup. Here we go. All right. Man, that was rough. Fourth set underway. If you're here still, God bless you. Why does that have to happen at such an important moment? It couldn't happen at 3-all. Why couldn't that happen at 3-all? Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Drop shot from Paul. Bublik gets there, but Tommy Paul handles it. All right, let's adjust. What's going on? We're in the fourth set. 6. We're in the fourth set. Who is serving? Paul is serving. 15 love. Have they not already played over 39? What is a game count right now? I don't know how many games they played right now. I gotta watch the match. Otherwise, I get distracted and I miss points. Serve. Tell me how many games. Add up all the games and tell me how much they've played now, and then I'll tell you if they're going to play over 9 or over 39. Slice from Bublik in the net. 1540. Serve. Forehand from Paul is good. Paul and Bublik is going to serve with new tennis balls. Serve from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. That goes out. Drop shot from Bublik. Paul gets up to it. Out. Paul gets to it. Bublik tries to hit a passing shot, and the passing shot goes out. 15 all. Serve is a fault. Serve to the backhand of Paul, to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul goes wide. Forehand from Paul goes long. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik is just kind of a whiff. 30. This is a great match. This is probably the best match. At least is definitely the best match that I've seen so far. In this is the best match I've seen so far at the US Open. For sure. For sure, without a doubt. I haven't watched a ton of them, though. Serve from Paul. So Bublik held. Did they not show that point? Forehand from Bublik. In the net. So Tommy Paul has 2 good serves. Backhand from Bublik in the net. Serve. Forehand from Bublik in the net again. Paul gets it. Paul gets it. All right. I'm going to go back to the ESPN app and see if this thing is open and running, because I get fewer commercials. And I don't like commercials. Let's see if they fix this. There we go. Nice. No, it's not. God dang it. I got to go back. It's not fixed. Hold on. Give me 30 seconds. I'll be there. Probably under 30 seconds. I got to watch these commercials now. This is awful. And they're probably in a point or something. No, they're at a changeover. Because sometimes on regular ESPN, you'll come over, they'll go to a commercial, and then you get back there, and it's like 15 love or something. Serve from Bublik in the net. Serve is a let. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Paul again to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul again to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. Paul in trouble. Bublik in charge of the point. Paul hits a forehand long. Serve. Fault. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Backhand of Bublik. Short. Drop shot from Paul. Bublik is there, but he hits the ball wide. 15 all. 15 all. Serve. Backhand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Overhead lob from Paul is good. The fans are going crazy for Paul right now. They can see that he is laboring, and they want to rise up. Bublik is problematic. Serve. 30 all. Ace from Bublik. 2 hours and 33 minutes played. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Game, Bublik. Paul hit a forehand out. 2 all. Tommy Paul to serve. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik in the net. Tommy Paul. Tommy Paul. Let's go. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. Goes long. 15 all. 15 all. Serve to the forehand of Bublik in the net. 30-15. Serve. Good serve to the backhand of Bublik. And he catches Bublik going the wrong way. Bublik went towards the middle. Bublik went, and Paul went behind him. Serve. Forehand of Bublik. Paul lets the ball go past him. Paul serve volley, lets the ball go past him, and that was a good decision. Bublik to serve next. Woo. What a great match. I'm trying to think of funny tennis moments to use as audio clips on the stream. So if you think of something, you're in the chat, you think of something, type it in the chat. I'll consider it. I will consider it. Hey, Russell Wilson is at the match. Serve. Is a fault. Double fault, it looks like. Yep. Serve Ace. Bublik. 113-mile-an-hour ace. Serve. To the backhand of Paul. Lands out. Serve. Forehand of Paul. Drop shot from Bublik. Bublik. Paul is there. Lob from Bublik. Lands in. Drop shot lob combo works on Tommy Paul. Serve. Ace. Too good. Bublik has won 48 consecutive service games at the tournament. Serve is a fault. Forehand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Paul. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Slice. Backhand from Paul down the line. Confuses Bublik enough. Let's see. Can I turn this down? There we go. Drop shot. Oh, Bublik. It's going crazy right now. That was insane. Forehand from Paul. Forehand from Bublik. Backhand from Paul. Drop shot from Bublik is short. Bublik is guessing right every time when Paul comes up to hit that drop shot back. But on that one, he hits the ball in the net. Serve. It's good. Volley from Paul is better. 40. Tommy Paul is playing out of his shoes right now. Forehand from Paul in a corner for a winner. Let's go. Let's go. Boy, oh boy. If Paul ends up getting this set, we're really in for it. I haven't even showered when I came home from the gym. Probably stink. Yeah. Yeah, got a little stench on me. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Backhand for Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Drop shot from Bublik, as we all know is coming. Volley from Paul goes wide. Yeah, Bublik is just reading that shot after the drop shot really well. And he just knows where to be. Serve. I guess that's what happens when you torture your opponents with drop shots all your life. You know where that next ball is going. Serve. Let. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Backhand goes out. 30. Serve. In the net. Second serve. To the backhand of Paul. To the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. To the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. To the backhand of Bublik. Wide. 15. And this is entertaining. Like, we're not getting just serve, serve, serve this, serve that. You know, no returns. They're both getting returns in. And we're getting points. Serve. Fault. Second serve. To the forehand of Paul. Goes wide. And Tommy Paul's second serving percentage, points won on his second serve has actually gone up throughout the match, which is interesting. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Volley from Bublik. Done. Game. Tommy Paul to serve, and this is a very critical service game. This is a critical service game. Serve is a fault. Second serve to the forehand of Bublik, to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand goes out. Every point in this game has a lot of pressure behind it. 2 hours and 45 minutes. 47 minutes, actually, of total match time. Serve. Fault. Second serve to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul again to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul over to the forehand. Paul on the run with a forehand. Tries to hit it across court and goes out. Bublik, Tommy Paul going at it But Tommy Paul could be running out of gas at the moment. He may not have another push. Serve. Fault. Second serve. To the backhand of Bublik. That goes out. Serve from Tommy to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Tommy. This is nice. It's a nice forehand. It's a great forehand. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. The forehand of Paul. To the backhand of Bublik. Paul on the stretch there for a volley. Can't get it. Break point, Bublik. Man, this is like a backhand, one-hander flick. Forehand, return from Bublik. Another return, another shot on the forehand from Bublik. Deuce. Break point erased. Physically, Bublik looks the same as when he walked on court. And so does Tommy Paul. Neither one of them, appear to be sweating at all. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Goes out. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Bublik goes out. Tommy Paul staying in the match. Incredibly, Tommy Paul is staying in the game. Incredible. Just don't know how Paul can pull this one out, because Bublik's level is not letting up. Look, they're both serving 82, 81%. Total points won, 135 for Bublik, 134 for Paul. $17 aces for Bublik. 55 winners. Head to head, they've played 3 times, right? Oh, they played multiple times, it looks like. Double fault for Bublik. Serve. Let. Serve. Fault. Serve. Forehand of Tommy. Forehand from Bublik. Drop shot from Bublik. Bublik puts it away. Crazy. Serve to the forehand of Tommy Paul. Tommy Paul, he's getting up to these drop shots, but he's not doing enough once he gets there. He doesn't have time to do enough with the drop shot when he pops up there. Serve is a let. Serve to the forehand of Tommy. To the forehand of Bublik. Tommy Paul hits it in the net. Serve. Fault. Second serve. To the backhand of Tommy Paul. Bublik shanks it out. We are still in this. Man, 138 total points to 136. Serve. To the forehand of Tommy in the net. That's game. 5-all. Five all. We got to be hitting 3 hours of play soon. Yeah, 2 hours and 55 minutes. Serve from Paul. Is a fault. Then a serve to the forehand. Bublik on the stretch. Hits it in the net. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. To the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik. To the forehand of Paul. Hits it in the net. 15-all. And Tommy Paul is like stretching after some of these balls, and he's just trying to block them back. It's like he doesn't. I don't know if he's nervous or if he doesn't have the energy to swing the racket right now. But some of these balls that he's blocking back, it really seems like he should be swinging it. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Bublik in the net. Serve. Ace. Paul. Wow. How is he still doing that? How are they still doing that? Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Tommy Paul is up. Good job, Tommy Paul. I'm gonna give Tommy Paul one of those. I'm gonna give him one of those. Because he is still in this match. And we have no idea what could happen. No idea. Man. Give it up for these guys right now. High quality tennis. How are you guys watching? Are you watching the match and watching me, or are you just watching me as the match? How are you watching? That's my question. Because it's a watch along, right? So you watch the match and you watch this. And I'm like the commentary. Turn the volume down a little bit. And then hang out. That's the idea. If you're just straight up just watching me, God bless you. Because that's... Right now, it's probably a bit boring. Because I don't have very many... I just included a sound effect today. I'm going to try to have a couple more sound effects in there tomorrow for Djokovic. I'll do it for the Djokovic match. I'll do it for Djokovic. God bless. Serve from Bublik. There's a fault. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul down the center of the court. Bublik tries to take it cross court-ish. And he misses. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Slice. Drop shot's coming. Drop shot's coming. Oh, we knew it. I knew it. There it is. But it goes in the net. Tommy Paul, 2 points away from another set of madness. Serve is elect. That girl is falling asleep in her mother's arms. Serve. Fault. It looked like an ace, but it wasn't. Serve. Forehand of Paul. The backhand of... Oh, drop shot from Bublik. Tommy Paul gets up to it, but he can't get it over the net. Can we please see a drop shot count? I want to see a drop shot count. How many? How many? Serve to the forehand of Paul. That goes out. 30 all. The serve is just too good tonight. Russell Wilson's son does not love tennis. Serve. Fault. Serve. Double. Break point, Paul. Break point, Paul. Oh, come on. Let's go. Break point. Tommy Paul. Serve. Ace. Ace. Serve. To the backhand of Tommy Paul. Goes out. Advantage Bublik. I need to hydrate. Serve. Ace. Ah, man. Third tie break of the match. Here we go. Here we go. Third tie break of the match. Serve from Paul. Forehand from Paul. Bublik hits it in the net. Bublik to serve. In the net. Serve to the backhand of Paul. The forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik again. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Bublik goes down the line. And Paul hits it out. 1-all in the tie break. Serve from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul again in the net. Oh, man. Give it up for these guys right now. These guys are battling out here. Tommy Paul to serve. Fault. Serve to the backhand of Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. There's forehand to backhand, backhand to forehand, forehand to backhand. Oh my God. Drop shot, Bublik. Paul gets up to it. He's up to it. Let's go. Richard Ortiz. Yeah, my ESPN's. Richard, did your ESPN stop working at deuce? At 5-3 deuce? Oh my God. I almost lost my mind. Serve is a fault. Serve to the forehand of Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. That's a good shot. Bublik hits it in the net. I'm just spamming these cheers right now, okay? Because this is crazy. I was using ESPN Plus, and it stopped working at deuce at 5-3. And then I lost it. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik down the line. Oh, man. Dude, these guys are going crazy. But thank you for the nice words, Richard. Drop a like on the video if you would, please. It means a lot. And for whatever reason, this match is not getting attention. I think it's because I scheduled it late or early and I was late. Anyways, who cares? 3-all. Serve in the net. It still says technical difficulties. Crazy. Serve. Fault. Double fault. Oh, mini break for Paul. Mini break for Paul. Mini break for Paul. Serve to the forehanded Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehanded Bublik. Forehand from Paul again to the backhanded Bublik. Backhand from Paul. Forehand from Paul. Down the line, does Bublik go with a backhand? Bublik's in charge of this point. Yep. Paul hits it out. Mini break right back to Bublik. And Paul is leaning over again. That abdomen. Something going on with that. Something going on with that. For all. Fault. Serve to the forehanded Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhanded Bublik. Hits the tape. But Paul hits it in. Forehand from Bublik down the line. Paul is there with the backhand. Paul on the stretch. On the stretch. He is beat up. On the stretch, he hits it in the net. Five for Bublik. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Drop shot from Bublik in the net. Tommy Paul will get another chance on serve for sure. This crowd is going crazy. Forehand. Nope. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Backhand goes out. Tommy Paul has got a set point on his serve. Set point, Tommy Paul. But if he doesn't get this one, they're changing sides. Set point. Corbs in the house. Set point, Tommy Paul. He's injured, clearly. Serve. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik in the net. In the net. Let's go. Let's go. We're running it back. We're running the cheers back, okay? It's the only sound effect I have. I got one sound effect. We're running the cheers back. Oh, man. Tommy Paul. And Tommy Paul's weird. Like he will not get, like, if this was Taylor Fritz or this was Ben Shelton, they'd be, getting the crowd involved, going crazy. Tommy Paul is just stoic. Tommy Paul is just stoic. He is just focused. It's like he doesn't play with the crowd. He doesn't get the crowd moving. He just goes. And he's like a Yannick Sinner type, except even quieter and more stoic than Yannick Sinner. Because Yannick Sinner will point to his ear, let me hear you. Yannick Sinner will do this. He'll shake a fist, shake the racket. Tommy Paul does nothing. Tommy Paul just goes straight forward. Man. What a match. We knew this was going to go 5. We said it at the beginning of the match. This is going 5. But the question is does Tommy Paul have it in him for the rest of this match? Because he clearly is beat. He is exhausted. I got to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Alex, Paul wins 5 sets. Go. Let's go. Bublik with a backhand. Down the line, Paul on the stretch. Hits it in the net. Bublik. Up. We are at 3 hours and 15 minutes of play. Serve from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik goes out. 15-all. 15-all. Serve is good. 30. I almost shut the stream down early today in the first set. We didn't have anybody consistently here, and I was just gonna work on stuff for the stream. I was just gonna work on more sound effects, but we are here. Forehand from Paul goes wide. It is almost 1 o'clock there in New York. Serve. Ace. 3 hours, 16 minutes. Tommy Paul up to serve. He is in a 5th set with Bublik. Nice. Thank y'all for being here. I hope that you do enjoy the channel. Hope you enjoy being here. Tomorrow, I will be here for the evening matches only. Evening match starting will be Novak Djokovic and Struff. Struff, a lower ranked player. I don't know exactly what his rank is right now, but he is on a tear. Actually, he came up through the qualifiers. Struff came up through the qualifiers, so he is on a 6 match win streak, I believe. And he is running straight into Novak Djokovic, who Novak Djokovic played amazing yesterday. 18 aces served against Cam Norrie. The most aces that he's ever served at the U.S. Open. Tommy Paul wins the first point on his serve. So come on back tomorrow if you're liking the channel. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul again. That lands out, though. Double fault from Paul. And let's think of how good is Tommy Paul serving. He has played he's played 4 total sets and he has 4 double faults. Lob put up from Bublik, overhead, hit in the net by Paul. Uh-oh. Bublik has multiple break points here. Bublik putting pressure on Tommy Paul. Serve. It is a fault. Serve. To the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Tommy Paul is good. Great, actually. Backhand from Bublik is good on the run. Tommy Paul gets broken. Tommy Paul gets broken first service game of the second set. That was such a good run from Bublik. Wow, he just gripped it and ripped it. Can't defend it. Tommy Paul is serving amazing. He's winning 60% of his second serves. I mean, give it up. Backhand from Paul in the net. And only 4 double faults. For how many double faults we've been seeing players serve lately, I've been seeing players have been serving insane amounts of double faults. Serve. Fault. Serve. To the backhand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik off the tape. Backhand from Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul, which lands in. But Paul maybe thought it was going to go out. He's still in the point. Backhand to backhand. Paul. Oh, no, Bublik. Did Bublik paint a line right there? Oh, Bublik just clipped the line. Forehand from Paul goes out. Bublik consolidates the break. And Bublik comes out of the gate hard in this 5th and final deciding set. 5th and final deciding set. It is crazy. Finally, we get a good match. Been watching some rough ones lately. I mean, the last Tommy Paul match was not nearly this good. The last Tommy Paul match was actually very sloppy that we watched. The Osaka match earlier, whatever. Flavio Cabali. Flavio Cabali Musetti should have been really good, but Flavio Cabali had to pull out because of a arm injury. Serve. Wasn't there supposed to be a women's match? Oh, yeah. Okay, the women's match was before this. Right. Swiatek. All right. Forehand from Bublik is a winner. Yeah, there was a this feels like so long ago. Swiatek and Kalinskaya. Swiatek took that one in straights. Serve from Paul in the net. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik again to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik. Backhand to backhand. Paul hits it in the net. Oh no. Is this the beginning of the end? Alex Bublik has won 53 consecutive service games at the U.S. Open this week. Serve. Serve. The forehand of Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik, or backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Again, backhand to backhand. Bublik steps in, takes it. Again, steps in. Paul throws up a lob. Bublik with an easy put away. Oh. Tommy Paul is on the ropes, y'all. Tommy Paul is on the ropes. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. Another forehand from Paul in the net. Bublik to serve. Tommy Paul is leaning against the signage in the back. He is worn out. He did play a 5-setter the other night. He had a medical timeout earlier in the match. It seemed like his abdominal issue that bothered him at the French Open had come back, and Bublik has just been hitting that drop shot the whole day. And now Bublik is drawing boos from the crowd. Bublik drawing boos from the crowd because of the drop shot. But, hey, you got to be ruthless. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik in the net. And we're going to give Tommy Paul one of those right there. We're going to give Tommy Paul one of those. Tommy Paul is pushing really hard right now. $15-0. Backhand from Paul. Bublik up to the net. Forces an error. Serve to the backhand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik down the line. This is crushing defeat at the moment for Tommy Paul. After doing so well to win that tiebreak. Wow. Tommy Paul's got me thinking, was that even worth it to win that tiebreak? Was it even worth it? Taylor Townsend plays Krejcikova tomorrow. That's interesting, to say the least. Well, stuck in there for the match. Tommy Paul coming out to serve. Let's see what he does. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. That's good. Three hours, 30 minutes. Backhand of Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul in the net. Bublik just started hitting lines in this set like he hasn't before in the match. Oh, the winner faces Yannick Sinner. Okay. That's your prize for winning. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Goes out. Serve. Fault. Forehand. Bublik off the tape. Forehand from Paul. Backhand from Paul. Forehand from Bublik again. Short ball. Bublik gets up to it. Puts it away. 30 all. Serve. To the forehand of Bublik. The forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik again to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik down the line. Paul with a cross-court backhand is good and short. Bublik was too far behind the line to be able to get there. Make Bublik win it on his serve, at least, right? Serve. Forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul in the net. Deuce. Backhand from Paul in the net. Serve. Backhand from Paul is out. Uh-oh. Match point. I feel like anyways, here we are. Match point. Serve to the forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. That goes out. I feel like on some of the putaways and things that Bublik is just always there, or Tommypaul is making bad decisions on where to send the ball. Serve to the forehand of Bublik, to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik again, or no, forehand from Paul goes out. Advantage. Break. Match point. Number 2. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul. Forehand of Bublik in the net. Going back to deuce. Serve. Fault. Second serve. Forehand of Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik goes wide. Paul gets an opportunity here to hold and at least make Bublik serve for the match. Serve is a let. Serve. Let. Serve to the backhand of Bublik. The backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik in the net. Tommypaul. Tommypaul gets a game. That's one game in a 5-1 set where he is playing a player who has not been broken in 53 or 54 consecutive service games. So, tough ask. Tough ask. Serve to the backhand of Paul. The forehand of Bublik. Forehand from Paul to the forehand of Bublik. Backhand from Paul in the net. Very tough. Bublik is looking very tough. Serve. Ace. "21 aces for Bublik tonight. Serve to the forehand of Paul. Forehand from Bublik to the backhand of Paul. Backhand from Bublik in the open court. It's just too good. 40 love. Serve in the net. Serve in the net. Serve. Ace. Second serve ace. Well done. Well done, Bublik. Well done, Bublik. Can't say we love it, but it happened. Can't say we love it. There it goes. Hey, if you've been watching the channel, please do come on back tomorrow for Novak Djokovic and Struff. And subscribe to the channel as well. You'll love it. You won't regret it. We're going to have a lot of fun watching matches, adding some new stuff to the channel tomorrow. Some more, some surprises. And Tommy Paul walks off the court. That is disappointing. He worked real hard. And he it's 3 hours and like 38 minutes. Yep, 3 hours and 38 minutes here on court. Thank you very much for watching. Please do hit like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. We would love to have you back here if you were hanging out for a while. Crazy match tonight. Finally, we get a good match, right? Finally. So 55 consecutive holds of serve for Bublik. And Bublik, very classy at the mic. Bublik, the first thing that he says is, I recognize, and we all recognize, that Tommy Paul was playing injured. Very, very classy. Bublik is a good guy Bublik. That's what we're going to call him. Good guy Bublik. So, Bublik says he'll probably drop serve against Yannick Sinner. He thinks that he might do that. Hadaj Maya beats Zachary today. Oh my God. Bublik played 38 drop shots in this match. Bublik played 38 drop shots, and he won 28 of them. Yeah, tomorrow we've got Novak Djokovic and Struff. I won't be here for Carlos Alcaraz. And then, who do we have in the evening? Rybakina and Vondrousova. That should be good as well. Awesome. Thank you all for hanging out and for being here. Okay, my name is Cody. If you haven't been here before, thank you very much. Come on back tomorrow. Novak Djokovic. All right. Y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for being here. Peace out.